These men made a fatal mistake. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 good boy, bad girl movie couples.
Since I met you, I've nearly been incinerated, drowned, shot at, and chopped into fish bait.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at big screen couples that personify the good guys want bad girls trope. While not necessarily angels, the guys are basically Boy Scouts next to these ladies. Spoilers will be kept to a minimum, but certain characters hide their true colors until the film's second half. So be prepared. Also, we're using the term couple loosely, meaning the people involved don't have to be in a relationship per se, but at least be potential love interests and or share romantic chemistry.
Will you be here too?
I guess so, I usually am.
Same chair, same perfume, same anklet?
I wonder if I know what you mean.
I wonder if you wonder.
Number 10. Bart, Tare, and Laurie Starr. Gun crazy.
The darling of London, England, Miss Laurie Starr.
Also known as Deadly as a Female, this film follows Bart, who was a troublemaker as a kid, and pretty carnival worker Laurie, who's the one who really gets them into trouble. After getting hitched, she not only warns him of her bad nature, but she also gives him an ultimatum. Either he joins her in her criminal ways or they're through. During multiple robberies, Annie asks Bart to shoot those who get in their way, but she's the one who ultimately ends up doing the dirty work. Though the fugitives do stick it out together for some time, it's Bart who does what he thinks is the right thing by film's end.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you!
Laurie, don't!
I'll kill you!
Laurie! Laurie!
Number 9. William Miller and Penny Lane, Almost Famous. When William Miller, a young journalist for the Rolling Stone set to cover fictitious band Stillwater, meets Penny Lane, a veritable groupie, or Band-Aid as she likes to call it, he is immediately captivated by her free spirit.
What's your real name?
I'll never tell.
Her chilled-out persona comes with a lot of emotional baggage, though. While Penny Lane isn't a bad girl per se, she is definitely a bad influence on the timid and innocent teenager William.
I love you. And I'm about to boldly go where many men have gone before.
In the end, they come to understand one another for who they truly are, beyond personas as friends.
And that's why she named me Lady.
She named you Lady?
Lady Goodman.
Number 8. Charles Driggs and Audrey Hankel, aka Lulu. Something wild. Reeling from a broken marriage, a straight-laced banker acts out by indulging in some petty theft, a stunt that immediately piques the interest of one particular witness.
You're a closet rebel.
A born rebel, Audrey playfully confronts Charlie about the unpaid check, before basically tricking the guy into a cross-country adventure. Slipping in and out of various personas, Audrey, or is it Lulu,
Is that your name this week? Lulu?
inspires Charlie to partake in even more misdemeanors. Although in all fairness, the banker is more than willing to go along for the ride. Something Wild's mismatched duo are hardly the greatest role models. And their adventure isn't exactly a smooth one, but Audrey and Charles' romance is genuinely quite endearing.
You never said goodbye.
I never wanted to say goodbye.
Number 7. Indiana Jones and Dr. Elsa Schneider. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Leave me alone. I don't like fast women.
And I hate arrogant men.
That age-old tale. Boy falls in love with a girl turns out to be a Nazi. What, is that not a common trope? Man, we really gotta stop watching The Last Crusade so much. Learning that his father disappeared while searching for the Holy Grail, Indiana Jones teams up with Dr. Elsa Schneider to retrace Henry's steps and decipher the artifact's secrets. Following a handful of near-death experiences, Indy and Elsa seem poised to become more than merely colleagues. But this romance proves to be short-lived. In reality, Elsa has been using Indy and Henry to help the Nazi regime discover the Holy Grail.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Not cool, Elsa. Not cool. Number 6. Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, and Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman. The Dark Knight Rises.
Don't condescend, Mr. Wayne. You don't know a thing about me.
Talk about opposites attract. While Catwoman, portrayed by the incomparable Anne Hathaway in 2012's The Dark Knight Rises, eventually becomes an ally, it sure doesn't start out that way. First, she steals Wayne's fingerprints to sell to his rival. Then she leads him directly into Bane's trap. And then they fall in love?
You made a serious mistake.
She definitely proved herself a worthy adversary in the end. But this is a good boy, bad girl pairing if we've ever seen one.
Still don't trust me, huh? How can we change that?
Number 5. Walter Neff and Phyllis Dietrichson, Double Indemnity.
Accident insurance?
Accident insurance? Sure, Mr. Dietrichson.
Insurance fraud is a deadly game. A quintessential film noir, Double Indemnity sees an insurance salesman roped into killing a client by the victim's money-starved wife.
There's a speed limit in this state, Mr. Neff. 45 miles an hour.
How fast was I going, officer?
I'd say around 90.
Despite originally opposing the offer, Walter Neff ultimately succumbs to Phyllis's charms, and the couple set out to activate the Double Indemnity clause. Anyone willing to go along with murder can scarcely be described as good. But hey, love makes you do crazy things, and it's safe to say that Neff never really would have gone down this road had he not met his femme fatale. Playing the salesman like a fiddle, Phyllis is as irresistible as she is dangerous.
Don't tell me it's because you've been in love with me all this time.
No, I never loved you, Walter, not you or anybody else. I'm rotten to the heart. I used you just as you said. That's all you ever meant to me.
Number 4. Detective Nick Curran and Catherine Tramell, Basic Instinct. With the leg cross seen around the world, Sharon Stone delivered one of the most sexually charged performances in mainstream Hollywood cinema.
You know I don't wear any underwear. Don't you, Nick?
Investigating the murder of a rock star, Nick Curran pinpoints the victim's girlfriend, Catherine Tramell, as the primary suspect. After the initial interrogation hits a brick wall, Nick begins a sordid affair with Catherine, despite still believing the woman to be a killer. From bribing Nick's lieutenant to framing an ex-lover for murder, Catherine expertly utilizes her sexuality as a weapon, one capable of turning men and women into willing accomplices.
What about Roxy? Is she more fun?
Would you like her to join us sometime?
Number 3. Dan Gallagher and Alexandra Alex Forrest, Fatal Attraction.
And you're here with a strange girl being a naughty boy.
I don't think having dinner with anybody's a crime.
Forbidden love can sometimes be incredibly dangerous. Dan Gallagher, a successful lawyer with a family, has a fling, so he thinks, with publishing editor Alex Forrest, but unknowingly starts a downward spiral as Alex becomes fixated on him. Dan goes to great lengths to try and shake the persistent and increasingly terrifying Alex, who harms herself, tracks him down no matter where he goes, and even kills his daughter's pet bunny. Though Dan is by no means without blame here, he comes clean to his wife and tries to right his wrongs, and how wrong they are.
This is what you've reduced me to. I guess you thought you'd get away with it. Well, you can't.
Number 2. Edward Lewis and Vivian Ward, Pretty Woman. She might be a bad girl, but she's got a heart of gold. Edward Lewis is a corporate stooge who could learn a thing or two about treating women and being a decent person. In a chance encounter, he meets Vivian Ward, a prostitute who's got a heck of a good head on her shoulders, and the two strike up a deal to have her on his arms on a business trip. In one of the best transformation scenes in movie history, Vivian shows Edward and any judgy shopgirl not to judge a book by its cover.
You work on commission, right?
Yes.
Big mistake. Big. Huge.
Even though she might look different, Vivian's the same old woman who tells it like it is, and ultimately changes her night for the better.
So what happened after he climbed up the tower and rescued her?
She rescues him right back.
Number 1. Philip Marlowe and Vivian Sternwood Rutledge, The Big Sleep.
And she tried to sit on my lap while I was standing up.
The 40s brought a string of memorable femme fatales, like Kitty Collins in The Killers and Kathie Moffat in Out of the Past, but Vivian Sternwood Rutledge's charm is near impossible to beat.
Oh, you're a mess, aren't you?
Hired to help resolve some gambling debt, Philip Marlowe is dragged into the Sternwood family's crooked dealings, particularly by the oldest daughter Vivian. Blinded by the girl's youthful innocence, Marlowe is duped into acting in Vivian's best interest, and spends most of the film chasing shadows.
Come now, Angel. Stop shaking. I don't want to hurt you. I'm trying to help you.
Though deeply involved in the city's seedy underbelly, Vivian sticks out among other dangerous dames in that she's relatable and sympathetic. She's a great femme fatale, but as Marlowe learns, she's also so much more.
You've forgotten one thing. Me.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing you can't fix.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.